That's just what boxing needs, isn't it? A crap fight followed by an all-out brawl. I'm talking, of course, of the Dillon versus Logan Paul fight. It ended in a brawl. I thought I'd seen it all, but no, boxing's got further to fall, it seems. And the fight was terrible, has to be said. I mean, Logan Paul has some... I mean, he's a YouTube sensation, isn't he? Is it his brother, Jake? Or is it his cousin? It's his brother, isn't it, I think? Either way, they're both YouTube sensations, and that cannot be denied. I cannot deny it. I will not deny it. How could I deny it? You mustn't deny it. I won't. And they do all that. And I don't necessarily watch it, but I understand it. And I know that it's a success for them, and that's great. And I know that Jake wants to be a boxer. Well, he says he does, because he fought Tommy Fury and lost, and then said, it's good to lose, and you really do understand yourself a bit more in boxing when you lose. And that's fair enough. It was a good thing to say. And I thought, maybe it's going to become a bit more legitimate. Remember earlier on in the other post about Tommy Fury and KSI, I said about legitimacy. Well, I thought that, and then he went and fought Nate Diaz. So, Logan Paul, who has done a lot of stuff with the WWE and is effective with the WWE, and I watch the WWE, and I will be commenting on the WWE. Probably on TikTok. Probably. Anyway, he's very good doing all that. Very effective doing all that. And he wants to be a boxer as well. So, him fighting here versus Dillon, and there've been some really... I don't want to say... Well, there's been some toing and froing, hasn't there, in the build-up to this. And the hype, as Public Enemy would say, don't believe the hype. It's a great track. And I didn't, because I thought, well, all the kind of stuff that's not... the nasty words and all of that, we'll see what happens when we get in the ring. And what happened was that Logan Paul was under no real threat at all from Dillon, who was... I mean, he had a peekaboo defence. He had one of these going on, didn't he? Peekaboo, peekaboo. And it's difficult to get through that, isn't it? Particularly, Logan, when you're only throwing one shot here and there. So he didn't follow up with several. In fact, his opponent, who was also leading with the elbow. So you get this. It's like some kind of Mark of Zorro thing. He was leading with that. As if to say, don't hit me. Don't hit me. I'll lead with the elbow so that if you do hit me, I'll catch it on my elbow, which would really hurt. Anyway, I think that towards the middle of this, was it a 4-rounder? Because there was some controversy at the end, as I just mentioned. I think that Dillon thought, actually, I can probably just let go a bit more, because I don't think I'm going to be knocked spark out by this Logan Paul gent. And he never looked like he was going to, Logan Paul. He didn't look like in any danger at all. He didn't look as if he was. He also didn't look as if he was going to do any danger to his opponent at all. Nobody looked like they were. It was... the punches that came from Logan Paul were just pity-patty punches. I know it's difficult to get through a peekaboo defence, and he looked like he was doing a little bit better. And towards the end of this situation, I won't call it a fight, it was a situation. It wasn't even a happening, it was just a situation. Towards the end of that, it was clear that, I thought, that both fighters were tiring, and then it looked like Dillon tried to take Jake Paul down with the guillotine, because he is an MMA fighter, and Logan Paul tried to hit him while he was on the mat. And then people got in the ring, and it was mayhem, and there were at least 20 people, maybe even more in the ring, and it was a DQ, wasn't it? It doesn't matter who won, does it? Because I'll tell you who the loser is: boxing. Because it's becoming more and more difficult for me to tell people they should watch boxing, because it's a great tactical match where People put their lives and their livelihoods on the line all the time, and it really should be something which is respected. How can I say that when you've got a match like this that ends like this? Oh, it's just such a shame. And I'm sure they'll do better things in the future. Surely they will. Surely they'll do better things. But this wasn't their finest hour, although it gave us something to talk about. And is that what we want in certain areas of boxing? It probably is. And here's me talking about it now, telling you how I disliked it. But I'm talking about it, aren't I? I am. I can hear myself doing it. Hang on a minute. I'm not talking now. Oh, no, I am now, but I wasn't then. But I'm talking about it. So maybe controversy creates cash. Maybe. But it still wasn't great to look at. Ta-ta.